So I've kind of like really just cut down a lot of comics. Like I refuse to. So if it's in my pull list, it's got to be something that I think is really good if I'm going to read it consistently. I'm not going to just read and pay for mediocre comics anymore. But what I've been able to do now because of that is I can grab like random issues of something and check it out. And that's what I did this week. I thought this was going to be stupid. I knew nothing about it. I just grabbed it because I don't know. Comics are so bad right now. I figured Supergirl would be pretty terrible. And surprisingly, it's actually not that bad. I picked it up, checked it out, and I don't really know what's going on. I feel lost. I feel lost when I read it, particularly because I haven't been reading it. It just opens up with her screaming at this glass lady and this green guy who I'm guessing is going to be her boyfriend or something. I don't know. And she's trying to kill her because I guess, so her and Ragal Zal or whatever his name is, the guy that Brian Michael Bendis made, they were the ones that took out Krypton, it would seem. And this is her finding out and taking this lady out. And the entire issue is just like her doing this really cool action. She's fighting this lady using this hammer thing. I think she stole that from Ragal Zal. And that's it. It's just a book of really good action. I was surprised that the action was as good as it is. I don't know anything about the people that made this book other than they do some good action. Like the entire book's action. You get this cool stuff like, so she becomes enraged by that hammer and she almost kills the lady, and then Crypto the dog steps in and stops her from doing it. And she realizes, hey, maybe this isn't the bright and bestest idea. And then at the end of the issue, Superman and his now aged up son show up, which I hate that they changed his son and aged him up. It's lazy storytelling, thanks to Brian Michael Bendis. And that's pretty much it. That is the comic in a nutshell. It's just action all the way through, and it's actually pretty good. I've heard that Supergirl is actually a decent book. I haven't picked it up because, I just didn't feel like it. I don't feel like reading Superman at all. I don't feel like reading action comics at all. I think Brian Michael Bendis sucks. I think his entire Superman run sucks. They should have just given him one book, not both. He's totally ruined that book. My favorite comic for the longest time, and it's just garbage now. But maybe I'm almost considering giving this a try because I thought the action in this was really good. And it's a simple story. She's in space for some reason. And there's like spaceships flying around in a couple of panels. And I don't know, it looks fun. So I might check out the next 2 or 3 issues and see if it's good. I'm not sure if it's consistently good. I just know I enjoyed this one. So I think I'll check out the next 2 or 3. Maybe see if it's any good. I do miss Super Comics. And maybe I can get something good here. I'm not sure yet. I just know I really miss my old Superman books. Man, I miss those books. Brian Michael Bendis, man. It's funny, you see all these shill review sites. The greatest books of the year, Brian Michael Bendis. Ugh. I just don't get these comic sites. They just lick butthole all day long. It's like, lip, 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 lip. That's all they do. They don't actually review anything. There was even an article that said, are we living in the golden age of comics? Because everything is so highly reviewed. I wonder why it's so highly reviewed. Probably because you're all a bunch of garbage journalists. You're just never going to find anything anymore. You got to go to YouTube. And even then, you have to be careful. Because there's a lot of shill comic reviewers out there who think everything is good. One of them is that Comic University dude. That dude loves everything. He loves every single comic. He's trying to get a job somewhere on CBR or something. I'm not sure. He likes to talk a lot of crap about channels that tell it how it is, too. I just don't like to acknowledge him because I just don't care for him. I think he's a shill. Because he literally, here's the greatest example. He likes that Female Furies book. That book is pure trash, pure garbage. I can't even read it consistently to roast it because it's just so bad. It like hurts my soul to try to make videos on female furies. So I just stopped. But anyway, this is actually pretty good. I did enjoy this, surprisingly. I thought this was a pretty solid book. I'm going to check out the next 2 or 3, and we'll see if it stays consistently good. Anyway, that's it. See ya.